all-round health. Well Kid Baby and Infant Tasty Syrup is for children 3 months to 5 years of age. Give your young ones a good start with Well Kid Baby and Infant from Vitabiotics UK. Available in pharmacies near you.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star double cubes. Made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie double cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Crema.
Where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Crema.
It's not tea or Margarita.
Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema.
We bring to you the conversations that matters.
Serap has sued governors of the 36 states and the minister of the Federal Capital Territory.
The Nigeria needs this administration to treat them better than the last administration did.
The responsibility of any government around the world is to secure lives and property first.
It is a principle of fair and equitable treatment.
And most of these properties that are developing, they are empty.
You're going to just sit down here and watch all 36 governors become APC members?
People who are fanatics don't see anything wrong in people who they support.
If you stand for the truth, this country will move forward. But we refuse.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Conversation never stops. Let's talk. It's a Nigeria Info, and you'll be so glad you did.
Whose dad is the police officer who's cocking his gun to shoot at me because I don't have 200 naira to give him?
Europe is concerned about Taiwan because America is concerned about Taiwan.
You can't say you don't like trouble. Well, trouble has come, so what are you going to do? Negotiate?
It's all day long, 24/7, on your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What is our fee? When Lagos State says this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out.
You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems to be normalized, you will become mad.
And more of the rush you just can't stop.
It's the station for more talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This isn't a Game of Thrones. It's the game of information.
The German foreign minister went to Beijing to
learn
reaffirm that
gameplay on YouTube
China
with
invade
MTN
Taiwan.
YouTube Buffet Bundle. And need your favorite gameplay so you master every move. Enjoy play-along clips with your face and challenge runs like never before until you become the Primera Uno of gaming.
Before, where there are potholes now.
You want to play?
Over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 naira or 10 hours for 600 naira on the MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Download 312 on the page to start today and go make a difference.
Guy, how far? You watch that game?
I did. Oh boy, that goal, eh? Hey.
Make I call you back. My airtime go soon finish. Sorry, I forget I get extra 3 minutes to talk.
I wonder why you hold a cut call. When na MTN better gist you dey use. Me, I still dey enjoy my free 2,100 airtime on top my new MTN SIM.
Yes, so get 3 minutes extra on MTN Better Gist. Text BG to 312 to collect your own awoof.
Dailies today on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
.3 Nigeria Info. Pleasant morning to you, Lagos. Welcome to Dailies today, the second part. Yeah, I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi. Disu. Good morning.
You can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch. Now let's begin. Let's start with this one here. Vanguard, page 8. Tax Reform Act no adulteration. Senate.
This Tax Reform Act is gradually becoming a yo-yo. You know, we keep going back and forth. And what I can't fathom is why we don't have a proper gazetted tax reform bill. The Senate said yesterday that provisions of the law were not tampered with nor or adulterated. According to the Red Chamber, the president signed into law what the National Assembly passed. So the question is, if the president signed into law what the National Assembly passed, who did the alterations or whatever? Who is responsible for the alterations in the gazetted copy? Surely government would have been able to announce to us who was responsible for all this. Rather, there's an argument back and forth. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
If the president signed the copy that the Senate approved, then surely we shouldn't be having this controversy. And speaking at plenary, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said the tax laws which took effect this month were not adulterated and dismissed speculations that there were other versions of the laws in circulation. Now, who is telling the truth? Sheriff, who is telling the truth? Akpabio said, I understand there is another version that was circulating around, which was not in compliance with what was contained in our votes and proceedings. There is no adulteration. So, I mean, at this stage now, you can feel bold enough to discard anything that is on the contrary. He said there are about 4 acts. So the 4 acts are ready and gazetted and signed by the President and the Federal Republic of Nigeria and certified by the Clerk of the National Assembly to avoid confusion. The Clerk of the Senate is hereby mandated to distribute the gazetted copies of the Tax Reform Act signed by Mr. President to every senator today. So every senator is expected to go home with one today. And then those who are not here will distribute them directly to the senators. The act should not, this now, it amazes me. The act should not be given to any other person. What is the meaning of that?
No idea.
It's like when I worked in government, every letter-headed paper always had a secret stamp on it. Even if it's a letter to the canteen, to in those days, I don't know if you still have canteens, to tell them to now start selling amala and so. It will be labeled secret. The act should not be given to any other person. It must be given by the clerk to the Senate and certified by the clerk of the National Assembly to avoid any confusion. It's just so sad, there are many things that have happened in this government that are happening for the first time and are quite sad. It all boils down to the fact that incompetence and mischief goes across board. That's my conclusion. By the way, I would like to tell you that I've stopped receiving mails from State House.
You stopped it?
No, they don't. I didn't in the past. Well, since I said that, every time there's some alteration, I now don't get any mails again. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine.
The incompetence and mischief and lack of control is so glaring that, honestly, if it were a company that was being run like this, all the directors and the chairman of the board would have been fired long time ago. But let's see.
Let's go to the Vanguard, page 11 of the Vanguard. Sit at home. Soludo shuts 12 more markets. 12 more markets as traders block Niger Bridge.
I think Soludo is being ill-advised. Like one of the protesters said, he said that there is no law that says that you must open your market. It's a matter of discretion. You can have various reasons for not wanting to open your market. I think Soludo should have given the incentives to those who are ready to open their markets, rather than shut down the whole market and then shut it down for 1 week. That's why he has chaos on his hands. Of course, we all know about the sit at home, every Monday, and Soludo had gone ahead to shut the markets for 1 week because they didn't open. You can't force people to open their markets. Are you going to charge them to court for what? Rather, you should give incentives to those who open the markets and provide adequate protection for them. And over time, the confidence of the citizens, the confidence will pick up, and they will then decide to stop the stay at home. And if eventually they don't want to open their market, fine. The ones that have the banks and whatever, make sure that they're open, make sure that they're well protected, and leave it to them. If they don't want to open their markets on Monday, so be it. If the citizens are happy with it. But make sure that anybody who wants to open his market is not stopped from doing so. That's the way to go. What he did was on Monday, when they didn't open their markets, then said he was going to shut their markets for 1 week. 1 or 2 people should sue him. So under which powers are you locking the market because I didn't open my market on Monday? What do you think?
Yeah, so I've shared my thoughts earlier, that I think that he's handling the entire thing the wrong way. There are obviously better ways to have handled this, because what he's got on his hands now could develop into a monster that he won't be able to handle. That
could destabilize the whole country.
That's right.
Even the story here says that the President General and Secretary General of the Igbo Community Association, 2 or 3 of their officials, I've told him that the protest may lead to a total breakdown of law and order.
That's right.
And he said that we are worried that if the markets are not reopened immediately, the protest may lead to a breakdown in security, resulting in injury to innocent persons and damage to property. I think the federal government needs to, the DSS or whatever, need to call him quickly, because it will escalate. The crisis will go beyond the East, definitely. Go beyond the East. And so it is up to him, but my advice is that, look, give an incentive to those who open, provide protection for those who want to open, and then you can go down heavily on those who disrupt the opening of the markets.
Okay. Now let's go to the Punch. Page 3 of the Punch. Desani lavished over £2 million in London luxury store, UK prosecutor.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was said in court, so I can't give the comments, the kind of comment that I want, because it is still alleged. Okay, and the story here says that the British remember, Desani is in the UK and she's not been prosecuted here, but they say that she lavished more than £2 million at Harrods, allegedly using funds provided by oil executives who benefited from lucrative contracts with the NNPC. They say that founders of energy companies awarded NNPC contracts also paid the running cost of her house, which covered the salaries of our domestic staff. I'm wondering, how many domestic staff would you have? Oh, well, it's been broken down now. The payments the court had included wages for housekeeper, nanny, gardener, and window cleaner at the former minister's property. I'm sure it would also include security and other things. According to prosecutors, the benefits form part of a wider pattern of inducements allegedly offered in exchange for favorable treatment on oil and gas contracts. Well, this case is ongoing, but this is just to give you an idea of the accusation. Now, whether she's found guilty or not, some £2 million is dangling somewhere.
£2 million?
Benny. She spent, but Harrods, you spent 2 million. Harrods of those days, I don't know about now. or you didn't spend £2 million pounds on one luxury or the other.
Okay. That's a whole lot.
But if the money is flowing, there's nothing now.
Someone once, I think it was you that said it, that...
Mike.
No, I think you're the one. That said that no matter how much you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how wealthy you have, you can't buy Rolls Royce. Yes, you can buy.
Oh, I said so.
Yes, I think you did.
Because my thinking is different. First of all, I don't want to have that kind of money. It will give me a headache. How much is £2 million? I don't want to have. Look, I was born and raised a middle class person. I was born and raised a middle class person in a community where you just wanted to walk all your working days of the life and sit in front of a house at retirement and read the daily papers and drink your tea. That was how I was raised. Apart from a small part of my life in the UK, the rest was spent in Yaba, where all the houses were known by the Ile Pierce, Ile Macaulay, and you see all those pensioners. So those were the kind of aspirations that we had. I never had. I don't believe in luxuries. I'm not saying there's anything against them, but it won't give me joy. All this luxurious food that people, when they are suddenly rich, they eat, they appear poisonous to me.
So there's this question I'm going to ask on the show, because I'm going to be on the sunny side next week. Joyce is going on leave, and this question I want to ask is: contentment not lack of adequate enough aspiration?
No, I think contentment is measurable, and the lack of it is a mental problem. Let me repeat.
So if you aspire now to be something and you keep going at it, you have mental issues.
Yes, now if you don't know when to stop.
You're aspiring to be something. You've not gotten there.
A lot of our people, I'm sorry to say, exhibit that, like, they have mental problems. Because you don't look at the ops, you don't look at the optics, nothing. You just keep going. Zombie.
You want to aspire now. You're aspiring to be.
Okay. So let me give you because this one always occurs to me, and I laugh. If I have a friend of mine now who's a governor, okay, he was governor for 8 years, okay. It is assumed that every governor puts his hand in the cookie jar. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. The guy leaves office. He's hardly left office. He buys a Rolls Royce. What are the optics? Well, look at the same thing with that gentleman in quote who said, "So what? My father was a minister of was a general manager of various companies." Body. Never heard anything like that.
Oh, multitasking.
There are some optics. So you would easily see that derailment is coming. It's like the train approaching the station and then going at top speed. What's going to stop it? So one of the things that our people need to do is to stop and think, like the next story we are going to handle.
Okay, let's go pick up.
And by the way, I will take up your talent next week on.
What's that?
I will call in the program we are going to handle next week. I will call in to talk about this. This is it.
Okay. Congratulations. It's a full pager here. Congratulations, Taishelari, Federal University of Education, TASUED. You have notable people on the page.
Okay. Now, this has nothing to do with the persons, with their persons, but it has to do with the principle. So I want us to get that very, very clear. I have no problem with the persons involved in this story, I'm going to say, but it is the principle. So you have a Taishelari Federal University of Education in Ogun State. Now, usually a university would want to give honorary degrees to distinguished persons who have distinguished themselves in a particular endeavor. Okay. What I know to be honorary degrees are given to those who have excelled in a particular area. For example, you could give it to some engineer who discovered something. You could give it to a literary person. You could know something tied to academics. But here, I'm seeing an advert here now. And I don't need to... Well, let me just say that the advert is by Honorable Barrister. And that, again, is another thing I'm going to talk about. Where we want to put every title in front of our names. Honorable Barrister. There's no need for this. Somebody should tell this man, he either wants to be Honorable Femi Ogumbawo or he wants to Barrister Femi Ogumbawo. Let's stop this habit. Honorable Barrister. In fact, there's a worse one here. Some gentleman is being congratulated. He earns a doctorate degree in Abubakar University in Kogi. He is described as, let me leave out his name so it doesn't look as if one is trying to do good. But he's described as Ashiwaju Engineer Prince. So by the time he gets his doctorate degree, he will be Ashiwaju Engineer Prince Doctor. Why do we do these things? What is wrong? What is wrong with us? And it's getting worse by the day.
Yes, it is.
It's getting worse. And this kind of culture, we need to... Look, when you set a precedent, what you do in things like this, you begin to devalue the way things are now. If any university invites me for an honorary doctorate, I will politely decline it. I'll look for an excuse. Maybe give them a medical report or something and say, no, I think I'll let it pass. Because it's becoming worthless. Back to the story. Listen, the Federal University of Education, TASUED, has given honorary degrees to the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. She's been given Doctor of Science in Education, Childhood Education. I don't know what she has distinguished herself in childhood education. The second person that is given is to a gentleman called Prince Dr. Dakwabiodun, CON. And he's given a Doctor of Science in Education. That's the governor who is facing so many battles. It is perceived that he hasn't performed well. He's facing so many battles on that. But TASUED, which is under his own jurisdiction, has given him another degree. The third person is Chief Segun Oshoba, Doctor of Science in Education. What has Chief Oshoba got to do with education? So, like I said, it has nothing to do with these persons. And I do apologize if it might appear so. But that we must begin to follow certain principles and not wreck our educational system. And not wreck the minds of our young people. The way it is now, only big people can get honorary degrees. And honorary degrees are not chieftaincy title. If you notice, honorary degrees is usually given to either a minister, or is given to the head of government, or is given to some very, very rich person because they want money from him, and so on and so forth. The whole idea itself has been completely debased. And I think those who are well grounded in education should start to make efforts to put a stop to this nonsense. We must have values in this country. It mustn't be about position and money only. If you want to give honorary degrees, oh my God, there are loads of people, brilliant people, some of them unknown that you have to go and fish out, that you give for their prowess. But because if you give, I don't know why, I mean, it's nothing personal, but Chief Segun Oshoba is a well-known journalist. He's my senior, my former boss. I was a little rat. But he can't even remember that I worked with him for a short time. I was too far back. Even if you gave him something to do with journalism, I would appreciate it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would appreciate it. We must have a sense of balance. All this now is just eye service. As far as I'm concerned, I do like the way you are grinning.
I wanted to add that, NUC the other day said that people should not use, if you didn't do your PhD in school and you're given honorary causa, you can't use them in your name, like doctor.
Everybody use it.
They just came up with it. I think last month or so.
I saw it now. We both said it. Yes, but it's still there, and it usually starts from people around them. It starts for people around them. I don't think this man would introduce himself as Ashiwaju Engineer Prince. Kilode.
That's a good
Let's have a sense of balance and let's stop behaving. I don't like to use the word bush people because that's what we used when we were colonized by the British. Once you do something, what you say, you're a bushman. Well, let's stop doing this. But in all honesty, you see, because if we continue to lay emphasis on money and position, it can never help a society grow. It can never help a society grow. But so what is going to come out now at their convocation, whatever, it will be celebrations galore. Part of what also bothers me is if the recipients ever stop to think, am I deserving of this? Why am I being given this? We must form the habit of always thinking deeply before we get ourselves involved in something that could turn out to be messy. But that's Nigeria for you. So it's celebration gala. When is it going to happen? On the 29th of January at the convocation ceremony. It will be a protocol nightmare. Trust me.
Let's go to the editorial in the Vanguard newspaper, page 18. FG's ban on admission into SS3, orderly reform or punitive policy.
I didn't even know that this existed. That there's a blanket ban on admission of students directly into SS3, the final class before WAEC and NECO. So I didn't know that there was a ban on admitting students into SS3, and I honestly don't know why. Because I had to repeat my school set. Okay, I had to, as soon as I failed in March, I had to quickly go to another school to repeat the school set. Where would I have been? My matter, second one closing the market. I'm a good example of some of the policies we have and thankfully did not have back in the day. The second one is where it says that you must pass mathematics to get admission into university. Not only did I fail mathematics, I failed it woefully. I didn't get into Igbobi College because I got about maybe 80, almost 90 in English. But in mathematics, I think I got 5. I just did, as a child, even now, I'm one of, do you know if you nick my wallet, you won't find any cash in it.
That's why I'm sitting very well. Like, can I handle your finances well?
You can.
Let me begin to handle that.
When it comes to my money. but seriously, because we need to be broad-minded about these things. If what we should have is guidelines. Why should we say, for example, that a child should not be admitted in SS3? No. What we should have is very strict guidelines under which the child should be admitted. And that is what the Vanguard is saying here. It says the intent may be noble. It's the implementation that raises serious questions about fairness, access, and realities of Nigeria's diverse schooling landscape. On the surface, the policy is well grounded in sound educational principle. Learning is cumulative and SS3 is not merely a finishing line. It is a combination of a 3-year senior secondary curriculum, allowing students to parachute into the terminal class, often with the sole aim of sitting external examination, undermines continuity, weakens assessment integrity, and creates room for abuses. The Vanguard argues that in many cases, schools that accept such students do so for economic reasons rather than academic merit, thereby encouraging shortcuts and eroding public confidence in secondary school certificates. So this one is talking about those who you will take from SS1 and take to SS3 to that one is jumped. That one is jumped in. They are two different things. And so the Vanguard says that the complexity of the Nigerian educational landscape complicates this logic. Parent relocation. Okay. Suddenly you are transferred to Port Harcourt, and the children must go with you. Insecurity, school closures, health challenges, financial hardship, or the separation of junior and senior secondary schools across different locations are common occurrences. Private schools also shut down abruptly sometimes. The school will just fail.
That's right.
What do you do?
That's right.
Sometimes. Families migrate due to work or conflict. So, a rigid ban that makes no allowance for such circumstances risks punishing students for circumstances they did not create.
Right. Think about that. We must go now. Thank you.
I said we lost Chief Ojola. It was a pity. I'll talk about it. May it so rest in
All right.
peace.
He's back at 9. Lagos. Stay here. We'll bring you the news at the top of the hour. Then the crossfire will follow suit shortly after. Stay here with us, please.
Learn boss level gameplay on YouTube with MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Binge your favorite gameplays till you master every move. Enjoy play along clips with your faves and challenge runs like never before till you become the numero uno of gaming. See more, be more, spend less. Get over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 naira or 10 hours for 600 naira on the MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Dial star 312 star 800 hash to start today and go make a difference.
Guy, how far? You watch that game?
I did. Oh boy, that goal, Hey.
Make I call you back. My airtime go soon finish. Sorry, I forget sir, get extra 3 minutes to take talk.
I wonder why you hold a cut call. When na MTN better gist they use. Me, I still enjoy my free 2,100 airtime on top my new MTN SIM.
Yes, so get 3 minutes extra on MTN Better Gist. Text BG to 312 to collect your own awoof.
This isn't a Game of Thrones. It's the game of information.
The German foreign minister went to Beijing to reaffirm that Europe would not let China invade Taiwan.
And more information.
Government can't keep taking the fall for your own mess, for your own mistakes.
And more information.
We did some work on the Third Mainland Bridge before. Where are them potholes now?
You want to play?
Political way to destroy. Let me tell you.
It's game on. Let the games begin.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We don't ask what you bring to the table. Your voice builds the table.
In the news, the federal government has charged senior advocate Michael Zekome with forgery.
People whose houses have been demolished in Makoko, sleeping on the water now.
Before you demolish, give them provision where they will stay before your demolition.
You know when they want to do their housing for their cronies or whatever, they like the water.
Lagos government has been defrauded Lagos citizens from time memorial.
You're part of the conversation.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 8 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Israel Moore, and this is a news update. In the news this hour, the Senate has deferred debate on the Electoral Act Committee report. This is due to the absence of committee chairman, Senator Simon Bako Lalong. Senate Leader Opeyemi Bamidele and Senate President Godswill Akpabio announced the postponement. The delay affects the 2025 Electoral Act Amendment Bill, key to reforms ahead of the 2027 elections. The Senate must finalize its position before the bill proceeds. And moving on, Senate President Godswill Akpabio has confirmed that the new tax laws effective from January are authentic. He dismissed rumors of altered versions. He said the 4 acts were officially signed and gazetted, with copies distributed only to senators to avoid confusion. And now in Lagos, as the Lagos Police Commissioner Olorundare Jimi warned motorists on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road to obey traffic rules or face arrest. Jimi said mobile courts will try offenders promptly